Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Very nice fun day yesterday again. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Guys, the market is doing interesting things. It's trying to break up. Does it do it? Don't know. Nvidia broke down, okay? We knew it was going to break down. It broke down. But the first time anything breaks, it doesn't always break. Look at Tesla. Tesla broke down, came back. Nothing breaks on the first time. Nothing goes up on the first time, right? So those two things happen. So, we bought Nvidia at like two something, almost $3. 410s, they went to like $7. Huge play. But how about CMG? So people were asking me, Sam, why did I buy CMG? And so CMG went up, they had earnings, and it ripped up to 1752. So Sam had told you, 1952. Sam had told you 1950, 1972 is a huge breakout. But then the market dropped 50 handles. So CMG dropped 50 handles. But it went up 50 on earnings. So in theory, it should go back up, just like Microsoft. Microsoft was at 348. In theory, doesn't mean theory always works. It should go back to 348 at some point, right? Before it goes low. So that's why we bought CMG, and then it popped back up, and we took 20. Wow. 6 to 20. Huge, huge, huge winner. Okay? So today you have the huge rollout of Copilot. So you want to see if Microsoft today or tomorrow puts out news saying XX amount of users. And this needs to take out 341. And if it takes out 341, it's got a shot at this 348. And then we see. Maybe it collapses then. Okay? Then we see. ADP was good. This is the first time ADP has been weak. It's weaker. That means that's good news. That means less hikes. Okay? But you want to see if the market goes positive, and you have Powell today. I believe you have a conference also. So you got to see how it trades out. Okay? So now let's talk about Caterpillar. So Caterpillar destroyed earnings. I mean, really destroyed it. It should have been up 30. Okay? But then he came out and he didn't raise guidance, so it went down. And he said things were weaker, so it went down. But he reaffirmed the yearly numbers. So that was kind of good. But then once it started going down, it's going down. Let it go. So now you go to First Solar, and these guys are scum. They do this all the time. I mean, I that's why we had sold the 140s and played this for free. We knew this. I mean, they missed by 9. Explain to me this. How is it possible you can miss by 90 million? You miss by 90 million, and you beat earnings by 50 cents. Well, there's only way to do that. Your margin got better. That means you laid everybody off, or your product, you selling stuff. So their product got considerably cheaper. Really? But yet, Enphase guided down by 300 million. Solar Edge did the same thing. So this number is just fake. It's just fake. So we just wait, let it go up, and we'll buy for next quarter, and then it'll collapse. Okay? It's hilarious to me. But we know companies do this. They do this. Okay? So then we see. Today you want to see if Caterpillar gets better, because the Caterpillar went down. But the interesting part of that is you have a war. So at some point, everybody in the world is going to need more Caterpillars and bulldozers and all that type of stuff. Okay? So that's a positive. Okay, two other things here. Very, very interesting ones. BKNG. Booking. Booking is going to beat massively. I'm pretty confident they have an insane beat, like $5 or $10. It's going to beat by that much. Okay? But here's the thing. That beat should probably take it to 3,200, 3,300. Okay? But here's the problem. They're going to guide lower. Just like Caterpillar. Massive beat, but a guide lower. Look, when the U.S. puts out a travel advisory and says don't travel, people don't travel. There's a percentage of people that don't travel. They don't go book hotels. They don't do stuff. Now, I understand Priceline is basically overseas, 75 of the business, but that's even more. So the guide is going to be really, really, really bad. But it was 3,200 last earnings, and now it's 400 less. So interesting trade. We haven't done anything yet. So I expect them to have a big beat, but guide low. It's probably bad. In most theories, it's bad. Okay? But I also expect the first inkling, so not today, of when somebody says this war is over, if it's over, the BKNG has a 400-point move coming somewhere. Okay, so just keep an eye on that. Okay, so now let's go to the next one. Airbnb has earnings today. Now, Airbnb is going to shit. They're nonstop hosts. I know people that have 6, 7 places, and they said, Sam, we can't even rent them 1/3 of the time. Well, I told them, you know why you can't? It's really funny. People ask me for my opinion, and then when I give them my opinion, they kind of get upset. It's kind of funny. I said, well, you do know that Airbnb is shit. Oh, no, they're good guys. Guy, you can put any picture you want on there. You don't have to have internet. It's an amenity. You can only have 4 plates out there. You could have a 3-bedroom place with 4 plates. 4 plates. Think about this. Well, really? I mean, and people do this. They're like, oh, I don't have to buy this. I don't have to have this working. It's okay. I'm telling you. So Airbnb is complete shit. You know this. I mean, we went to one. There's a high rise. It has no curtains or no blinds. You're like, how if the sun comes up at 5, you're up? Now I'm up anyway, but interesting, really. Here comes SPX. SPX can go positive. This news is really, really good today on ADP. It's really good. Okay. So just understand that. So Airbnb has earnings. Now, back to the travel advisor. Oh, people aren't traveling. Now, we know Airbnb, this happened, 6 months ago, or 8 months ago, 12 months ago when it started again. Airbnb it's like first sold. It should miss, but it doesn't. But this is an interesting play because the 105 puts on it are only 89 cents. So if this were to pop up to 120, we'll look for the 112, 114, somewhere around $1. Maybe interesting play. But same concept as booking. It should go way down. In theory, it should go way down. But doesn't necessarily matter. Lilly, earnings tomorrow. That Lilly needs to say they're going to get approval before the end of the year on this drug. If they do, or they get approval, and then they guide up, it's 600 plus. If they don't, right back down. Okay? NOW yesterday, we were watching it, and we told you right off the bat the market was down. I said it's going to go positive. Nvidia was down. But watch NOW because this is becoming somewhat of a tell. If NOW is at 585, 587, while the SPX is still down, that's telling you the market's going to go positive. It just is kind of crazy, right? So just keep an eye on that. SPX only down 6. It's going to go way positive. And if Nvidia can get over 411, it can really take off. AMD numbers were not so great, but they said they're going to sell all these chips. Okay, so you sold all these chips. But here's the funny thing about AMD and chips. This is the funny thing to me. And guys, if somebody has an answer for this, you explain it to me. Now, let me know, and I'm going to... So AMD says we're going to make a chip. This is a great chip. It's not going to have the specs that Nvidia has, but we're going to make this chip. Okay. So Jack something at whatever company is going to say, let's go buy $100 million worth of this chip. And if I'm his lead engineer, or the side of his brain that has common sense, this is what Sam's going to say. We haven't tested it. We don't even know if it works. Oh, yeah, but put in $100 million order. It's hilarious to me. You have this chip. You haven't released it, and you're going to sell $1 billion worth? Not $1 million. $1 billion. Really? What if the chip has a flaw? What if it doesn't work as it says? Do you not have to test it? Let me tell you. You could, and I'm telling you, I like Hewlett-Packard computers. These have worked relatively well for me. I said relatively well. Okay? Most of the time they're great. But I did buy one a while back that usually it boots up within seconds and it doesn't use much memory and everything's good. But I did buy one a while back, and I checked the processor and the speed and the processor with the memory and the speed of all that stuff. There's this website that does that. Okay. And they said this was like the number 4 computer out there in speed. So I bought it. It didn't work as good as my other two. It would take 30 to 45 seconds to boot up. Let me tell you, 45 seconds to boot up if you have a problem midday or something is an eternity. But you have to close all your apps, reboot, and then open all your apps. It takes you 2-3 minutes. It's too much. So they lie. The chip doesn't work. And then you go look 6 months later, that thing that was rated number 4 is rated like 250. The chip didn't work. It sucked. So when that happens to Sam, he immediately says, oh, maybe this AI chip doesn't work as good. Interesting to keep an eye on. Okay? Roku earnings. And Google said ads were great. Facebook said ads were great. So in theory, this stock after last earnings was 96. It's at 60. If it pops 5, you're going to make a triple. Okay? So a lot of stuff today. Look at Microsoft just took off. Told you. In theory, this should hit 348 today. Maybe tomorrow when news comes. In theory. Okay? Because, the same thing as CMG did. Now, CMG has a number. 1972. Any close over 1972 opens it up to 2100. Wow. Now, I understand CMG scummy and all this stuff. They overcharge. Okay. Doesn't matter. We only care about what the stock is doing. Nvidia starting to go. Watch 411, 416. So why did we buy Nvidia? Why did we buy Nvidia yesterday? One thing, it broke, so it would always come back for the first test back. But the last time the same article came out, they responded immediately. That's why. Okay, so today, that's what you want to watch for. Okay, so a lot of information. Hope you understand that. Let's get going. Good morning, everybody. 11-1. Stocks go up, stocks down, new months. Do we run into the new months? But we got Powell. Does he take us way up, or does he throw us to shit? SPX is positive. That's genius. You knew it right away. Sam said it right away. As ADP came out, I said we go positive. Okay? Interesting. Okay, SPX 4209. 4209. 42.31, 42.50. If Powell says we are done for the year, now it's possible he says, he could say, we're going to just watch all the data for the rest of the year, and we'll see in January if we need another hike, we'll do. If he does that, I think 4,400 comes. I don't think he's going to do that, but he could. He could. Okay, Avago for 852, 880. Nvidia 409, 416 under 401. Adobe 542, 551 accelerator underneath 510. Lam Research 607, 632 underneath 572. Meta 306, 309. CMG 1972 is a big number. MicroStrategy needs Bitcoin to break 35,000. LLY earnings tomorrow, 582. Caterpillar, 232 is a big number. Snowman, 146, 152 under 141. Airbnb, 121, 123 underneath 109. Roku, 61, 69 underneath 51. NDX, 14,650. 14,650. Watch for that on Powell. Very interesting. BKMG, they're going to beat by a massive beat. I'm telling you, they're supposed to make $69. They may make $75 or $80. But they're also going to guide down. So can't tell you it's going to go way up. Okay? SMCI. If Nvidia pops 416, they have earnings today. I actually like the 280s, but I would like them at $1. I'm not paying $40 up $5, $6, $7. That's done. First Solar should be negative, but it is what it is. This is why we sell and we roll for free. NOW. 586, a big number, 600 on tap. Microsoft can go all the way to 348. 348. 348. Tesla. Getting better. 206, 209. SPX is up 350. Wow. Everybody have Microsoft is at full capacity. It's interesting. Everybody have a great trading day. See you in chat. Fun.